This is Untold Stories with Rachel Sibinyane.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rachel Sibinyane. I am an investigative journalist specializing in crime with special interest in prisons and prisoners. I would love to give you an update on the Gabalape Matsime murder case that happened in Broadhurst Gaborone Botswana. Matsime is accused of the murder of his girlfriend, Motiki. It happened in Broadhurst on the 30th of November 2022. Yes. So what has been happening in court is that Matsime has been denied bail. He has been denied bail because the prosecution felt that this was a very serious crime that he has committed, or a very serious offense that he has committed. And also they said that he had another case in Lobati, against the deceased. He had been charged with grievous bodily harm. He has harmed the deceased. So you can see, these people, they've always had their issues, to an extent that he did whatever he did to her in 2022, which the case was registered for Lobati. So Matsime has been denied bail, and what happened is he was advised to try his luck with the High Court. So we were in court last month where he was told that his case is now ready for committal at the High Court. When the case gets committed to the High Court, it means now that this is where the trial will start. We should remember the cases of murder, they do not get tried for magistrate. They are taken to the High Court for trial. So guys, I've been observing Matsime all along, and of course I'm going to be showing the videos of him. I've got tons and tons of videos of him that you might have not seen on my Facebook page. So I've been observing Matsime all along, and Matsime was this guy who was calm, who was always smiling. I was a bit confused by his character or by his behavior, more so that he is facing a very serious crime that is attracting death penalty. This is what we must understand. Murder in Botswana, when you kill somebody in Botswana, the ultimate sentence is death, unless there are extenuating circumstances. So this is one guy who was always smiling, like he didn't have an issue with journalists taking him pictures, and he never complained. So last month when we were in court, Matsime was a completely different man altogether. He was completely different. He was very, very furious. He was angry, guys. I've never seen that guy very angry and very frustrated the way he was. The issue was that he was being told that his case is now ready for committal. And he was like, Ghana, now if I'm being committed to the High Court, it means my bail application won't go through, or I won't be successful with my bail application because I've already applied for bail at the High Court. And the magistrate was trying to tell him that, no, it's still fine. After you're committed, you can still seek bail at the High Court. He didn't want to listen, or I would say he didn't want to understand what was being said. And I now came to the realization that this is one guy who now maybe feels the pain of being inside prison. Prison is not a nice place at all. So I think because he was pursuing bail, he wants his freedom back now that he's been told that he's being committed to High Court. Because when you get committed to High Court, let's say you were on bail, the moment your case gets committed to the High Court, it means now you're going back to prison. You will then have to apply again for bail. So guys, Matsime was very, very frustrated. Matsime was a totally different person. And when I looked at him, I didn't even attempt to take him pictures or whatever after court, because the way he was angry, the way he was angry, it was something else. And when I observed him and considered that this is one guy who had always had no issue with us as journalists, he was always smiling. That day he wasn't smiling. He was so frustrated, But that's the unfortunate part about being a suspect, in having to be incarcerated or having to be remanded in custody. It gets so painful as time goes by. It gets so unused. You just do not get used to prison, especially when you have hope that you can be given bail by the High Court. So the prosecution felt that Matsime was not a candidate of bail because, like I've mentioned, Ghana, he has a case with Lobatse Magistrate Court where he is facing a grievous bodily harm charge. So, according to the prosecution, Matsime wasn't showing up at court whenever he's needed for his mentions. So they felt, Hori, should they give him bail now, he's going to not come to court, and they don't want to risk that. Had he worked well with the police, Kolobatsi, there wouldn't be such issues. Ghana, he would be trusted that if he is given bail, he will definitely show up in court. So that's the latest, guys, with Matsime's case, and we are going back to court next week. So, guys, I'm going to show you some of the videos that I've taken of him, so that you can get to appreciate what I'm talking about when I said this guy's, and he's a ever smiling person. He had no issue with us, and sometimes he would ask you, "Are you not satisfied with taking me pictures?" But in a way that is not complaining per se. Like, he would be smiling whenever he would be saying that. That is why I have special interest in prisoners, because I just want to understand what's going on inside your mind. You have been charged with murder, but you seem like you're okay. Like, what's going on? And yeah, guys.